Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Manoj Sharma and you are here because either you are thinking to go for the CISSP certification and you are a little bit confused about the endorsement process. You are not clear on the experience required to get the CISSP designation. On the other side, you might also be somebody who has recently passed the CISSP certification. So congratulations to you. Your hard work has really paid off and your journey has not just finished. You are going to embark a very exciting journey now as a CISSP designation. In this entire video, I am going to talk about what is the CISSP endorsement, what are the prerequisites, what are the different steps of the endorsement, and how many applications are going for the audit, and then time taken for the approval and membership activation. What is CISSP designation? So it is a kind of approval and the seal which is given to you by ISC2 once you get your CISSP cleared. Now for doing that, you have to follow an endorsement process. So endorsement is a validation of your experience by ISC2, because ISC2 certified guys, they are heavily trusted in the industry. It's a very prestigious designation as a CISSP. So definitely they need to validate your experience. The next step is what is the prerequisite for endorsement. So the first prerequisite is only those people who pass the CISSP exam can only go for the endorsement application, number one. Second thing, in the endorsement application, they talk about some experience. Now this can be critical point for many of you, because some of you might be changing your role, let's say from a IT infrastructure to security. And in this one, to get a CISSP certification, you need 5 years of cumulative paid full-time experience. And at work, whatever activities you are doing, they should be mapping to any two domains of the CISSP, which is as per the common body of knowledge. You can map up your current activities, whichever you are doing, and then map it up. Okay, does it relate to these particular domains? I definitely encourage you, if you are somebody who is still confused on this, you can reach me out through LinkedIn. I can definitely help you to understand more about this. Any kind of activity which you do should be mapped with the any two domains of the CISSP. With that said, the next part is, let's say you have 4 years of experience and you are looking for the CISSP certification designation, right? Then you can also ask for 1 year waiver. For getting this waiver, you should be having a successful completion of a 4-year degree program, whichever regionally you have completed in your particular geographical area, or you should also have a certification from ISC2. If you have any of these, you can definitely ask for a 1-year waiver. Now if you are somebody who says, I have zero experience, man, or I have just 2 years or 3 years of experience, then what should I do? You can definitely go for apply for associate, ISC2 associate membership. So this one is also a great you can say achievement. Even if you are a fresher and you got CISSP certified and you are now applying for ISC2 associate membership, it's a big achievement. And after you complete your ISC2 associate membership, it will give you 6 years to prove your cybersecurity experience. Believe me, by taking this particular certification, any of the employer will love to pick up somebody who is already a CISSP certified in the very early stage of their career. With that said, let's go to the next step, and in this one we are going to talk about the preparation before you go for the endorsement. So one thing I would recommend, talk to your supervisor. Those supervisors who are might be that you have changed few roles in the last 5 years. Talk to all those supervisors, because this will be required while you are filling up the endorsement application. And try to take their personal email IDs and personal contacts, because they might be changing role, you might be changing role. It's not mandatory that these supervisors should be from the same company you are currently serving at. It is not at all required. So having a talk with them, and you will get the latest information from them about their contact, right? The second thing, you need another guy as well who is the CISSP endorser. For example, I myself has endorsed more than 150 people by now. I love mentoring, that's my passion of my life, and that is how I do a lot of due diligence before I go and endorse anybody. So your endorser should be willing to endorse you, number one, and he or she herself should be in a very good standing. That means their certification should not be suspended or something. So that is also very, very important. The next step for you is to make sure that all the relevant documentation is available with you, because you need some documentation to be uploaded which can actually prove your experience in whichever area you are, right? You need that. So what kind of documentation you would be needing? Your job offer letter, your relieving letter, your experience certificate, employer contract, all these things on the company letterhead. If you have, is good. Even if you don't have, sometimes you can also, if you got a offer email or you got a employment confirmation email, that also you can show with the appropriate domain name and other things. So these things will help you. You can export it as a PDF and can attach with it. Try to keep as much documentation as you can provide during your endorsement application, because this will make your application faster. You will have less back and forth, and this will save everybody's time. So in this particular slide, I want to give you the entire overview of the application before we go and see it live in the next screen. Number one is initiation of the application. So once you pass your CISSP certification exam, within 24 hours, a particular automated email will come to you, which will have the link to the endorsement application. You can just click on the new application, and you can start the application. The next phase will be selecting the certificate type. ISC2 hosts a lot of certifications, and you have to select the right certification. So once you select the right certificate type, you will be taken to the very next step, that is the membership type. Now under this, there will be two options. One is associate, another one is member. Associate is for them who do not have the 5 years of experience and they want to apply for associate thing. And on the other side, if you have 5 years of experience or more experience, then you must always click on the members. Then request endorsement. This is where you need a certified CISSP guy who is willing to endorse you and is in a good standing also. In case you are not able to find anybody, then you can directly request ISC2 to endorse for you. So that is also possible. Experience waiver. In case you have 4 years of experience and you want 1 year waiver, you must have 4 years of degree completed, or you should have a certification from ISC2. So that can also lead to 1 year waiver, and 4 years of experience plus 1 year waiver will help you out in this entire process. Job history, this is the most important part. This is where you are going to fill up. I am going to show you live also, but this is the most important phase where you have to map your experience in any 2 domain of CISSP. Or let's say you are going with some other certification, those domains will be listed down. You have to select the appropriate domain which applies to you, and then in the job description you have to write down all those activities which you do, and they should be perfectly matching with those particular domains. So that is why this is such a critical phase. This can be make or break for you. And finally, you will get an option to review your application and then submit it. So let's not wait, and let's dive in straight away into the screen, and we will talk about live how the entire application is working step by step. So let's go on that particular screen. If you see here, I received an email from one of my student who has clearly recently passed the CISSP certification, and he have fed in my ISC2 ID for endorsement. Let's see what happens once I click here. Right, so once I click here, I will land on my ISC2 membership area. You have to click on new certificate application. Once you click on the new certification application, so once you land on this particular page, this is nothing but your membership area. Now for the demonstration purpose, let me select SSCP, because obviously CISSP is not listed here because I am already a certified guy. Let me click on SSCP. Once you click, you are taken to the next step, which is membership type. In this, there are two options for you. Number one is associate. So if you do not have the 5 years of experience, or you are completely a fresher but you have passed the CISSP certification, definitely you can click on associate. And once you go there, it's a very straightforward process. You have to just go and submit. That's number one. In our case, we will also click on the member page, and once we click on the member page, the particular process will go to the next step, which is called as request endorsement. So this is where you are requesting for endorsement from a CISSP certified person who is in good standing also at the same time. So for the demonstration purpose, let me feed in name of one of my friend. Once you feed in, you are taken to the next step. Also, you can see at the bottom here, you can also request ISC2 for endorsing you. Let's click on verify and select member. Once you do it, it will take you to the next step, wherein you are asked if you want some kind of waiver. You can at a max ask for 1 year of waiver in the experience. Click on add. Once you click on add, you can feed in whichever degree you want to select. You might have gone for a master degree or a bachelor degree, engineering degree. You can select it. You can also go with certificate as well. For example, you have taken some certification from ISC2. Definitely you can feed in here. Once you select the appropriate thing, let's say I'm feeding in a bachelor degree program, right? You have to feed in the university name. Let's say anything I have fed in here. Then next one is degree discipline, a major or a certification. So you have to tell which particular discipline it is, or this is a major area which you have covered in this, for example information technology or information security. If you have already selected the certification, then you have to feed in the certification name. Once you click it, you have to also tell on what date you achieved this particular thing, and then you have to select the browse button and upload that particular certification or the 4-year degree program or the master degree program, and you have to click on save. Once you do that, you can save and exit. For example, you want to take up the application at a later point of time, you can save and exit. Otherwise, you can go and click on save and continue. Once you go here, right, this is where you have to showcase your job experience. Once you click on add, you can see certain details here. The company name is the company for which you have worked in. Company location, at what location, India, maybe outside India, some other country, you can feed in that. What time you have started your employment with that particular company will be company start date. Company end date is when you left that particular company, or you have to leave it blank in case you are still working for the same company. The next thing is position title. So whatever position you have been there, even if you are an intern, just click on is internship. That is also counted in your experience. Otherwise, you can feed in the kind of security analyst or a manager or maybe a director, whichever designation you are working for. Job domain is into what job domain you have been working. Now, since we are filling up this application for SSCP, you see all the domains from SSCP. When you select CISSP, let's say, or CCSP as well, you will get the respective 8 domains from here, drop down. You have to go and select only those domains in which you have the experience. One thing to note, your experience has to be at least in 2 domains of CISSP. So go ahead and select, let's say I select these 2, network and communication security and risk management. Then the next step asks you to feed in your supervisor name. I recommend you first talk to your supervisor and then only give their details here. One more important thing is, it's not important that your supervisor might still be working in the same company, or you might be working in the same company. Corporate world, how right, it happens. Your manager may go to a different company, you may go to a different company. So keep in touch with them, inform them that I have cleared my CISSP, I am going to require your help. This is where I am feeding your name into this entire stuff, and try to feed in their personal number, not their official number, because official number may change if they change the company, right? Similar thing with the email as well. Try to feed in their personal email, whatever Gmail or Hotmail, whatever they are using, so that they can help you out. The mails are not missing, because what happens is 5% of the applications which are going for endorsement, they go with extra vetting, they go with the audit process. And if that is the case, then there will be an email shoot up to your supervisor, and if you have given a work email ID for your supervisor and he moved to some other company, that particular email will not be answered. So that can be a problem statement for you. So always give the personal email ID here. Then what kind of engagement you had with the company, what kind of employment you had, what is paid or it was unpaid, you have to select according to that. Then it says, it has given some definition also, what is called as full-time experience. 35 or more hours in a week is called as full-time. Most of the people in some other countries, right, they go with contract job as well, and they have given some very good definition of the contract job also. It has to be minimum 20 hours and maximum 34 hours in a particular week to be tagged under the part-time. If it is more than that, you will be called as full-time experience. So accordingly you can do the calculation and feed in the number of hours. Then comes the most important text here, right? You have to feed in your job experience. Try to be short, try to be concise, the kind of activities you have already been engaged with, and they should be mapped to the domains which you have selected over the top, right? The domains which you have selected here, right? Those activities must be listed out here and in detail. The more you go detail, it will help ISC2 to quickly verify you. And then very important is, you need to upload the documentation which I told you earlier. You need to keep that ready. Any kind of job employment related thing, relieving letter, maybe experience letter, or any kind of contract letter which you had, you can go and upload that here. Once you do that, it will give you the review phase. The application will move to the review phase, and this is where you can review your entire application once and click on submit. Try to keep everything short and concise and thoughtfully fill up your application. If you are again and again going and editing your submitted application, there can be chances, because in 1 or 2 cases it has happened with me where the candidate has edited the application once they have submitted, and that led to some kind of delays in the entire process. The next thing is how much time it takes for you to get this entire application approved. So once your application has been filled up, your endorser is going to fill it up, recommend you as a CISSP designation. The very next step is the ISC2 is going to verify it. It may take 4 to 8 weeks for ISC2 to verify and confirm back to you. We need to talk about the audit process. When you get CISSP certified and you fill up your endorsement application, 5% of the applications are going in the audit process. What will happen in the audit process? ISC2 will be sending a personal email to your supervisor, or they may be calling you to your supervisor. So you need to make sure the contact is right. And then these people affirmatively have to say, yes, this particular person has the experience. And then your audit will be over. As simple as that. Then very next thing is, let's say my endorsement application is done and ISC2 also has verified me, how the entire membership will get activated. So once your membership once the endorsement process is over, you will get an email from ISC2. At that period of time, they will also give you a link to go and pay the annual maintenance fees, which is $125 per year. You have to go and fill up pay that particular fees to get the membership activated. So I hope this gives you a very good practical experience on how you have to go and fill up your endorsement application. If you like this particular video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like the particular video, share with your friends also. And if you like more and more valuable content, this is the channel to go for. If you are somebody who is looking for very good preparation for CISSP, I have a complete 100-day success plan that is called a CISSP Success Toolkit. You can go and visit my website in the link below, and I can definitely help you to pass CISSP. With that said, thank you so much, and I will see you in the another video.